Okay, so how does the blood circulation works? First of all, let's draw the schematic of the heart. Yes. Here we have the atria on the top, the ventricles below. Okay, this is the left side of the heart, this is the right side of the heart. So, for example, here we have the right ventricle, here we have the left ventricle. Here we have the right atria, here we have the left atria. So how does the blood circulates in the body? Let's start we can start anywhere, yes? But let's start from the, for example, left atrium. Yes, so let's start from here. Where it would go from the left atrium? It would go straight to the left ventricle. Where it would go from the left ventricle? It would get on straight to the big circulation through the biggest artery in our body, through the aorta. Then it would divide into the smaller vessels, smaller arteries, to get to everywhere into the human body. And it would get from the arteries to the smallest vessels that we have, so capillaries. Then capillaries would get blood into the veins. The veins would grow, be bigger, bigger, bigger and bigger, until they would get to the biggest veins that we have, so the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Yes, inferior and superior vena cava. Those two big veins would get into the right atrium. So we get inferior and superior vena cava gets to the right atrium. Where does the blood from the right atrium would get? To the right ventricle. Okay. And at the moment we'll just make some space. So now okay, so now we know that the blood gets into the right atrium, so here, and then travels to the right ventricle. And what would happen next? From the right ventricle, it would get to the pulmonary trunk. Why I'm showing the pulmonary trunk as blue? Because the blood here is deoxygenated. But it does not change the fact that these are the arteries. Arteries are different from the veins, that they have thick walls, that they are strong. Veins has far thinner walls. Why? Because arteries get the blood from the heart, from the heart, and the veins gets into the heart. So the arteries has far higher blood pressure than the veins. That's why they need to be constructed differently. So you need to remember that arteries are created for high pressure, so they get out of the heart. Veins for the low pressure, so they get into the heart. It does not matter whether they are oxygenated or deoxygenated, yes? Of course, you need to know where is it. But whether it's called artery or vein is not connected to the fact whether it's oxygenated or not. So, we get the blood from the right ventricle to the pulmonary trunk. Then this blood through the smaller arteries, yes, it would divide and gets to the lungs. In the lungs, it would divide to the smallest vessels. So, one more time, capillaries. Then, it would oxygenate and create some veins, pulmonary veins. We have 4 pulmonary veins. And those 4 pulmonary veins would attach, are attached generally, to the left atrium. From the left atrium, it will get to the left ventricle, to the aorta, and the cycle is getting on and on and on and on. Okay, thank you.